Hello everyone, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. This video is going to be a guide of sorts for just kinda getting a good start on a sandbox park, or if you're using sandbox to kinda emulate challenge mode. It's basically just meant to be a way to get a nice start to your park with a very easy to replicate square. Everything will be at angles, so it'll be very easy to replicate on your own. And so I'm on PC, but I'm using a controller because I know some people feel like the mouse and keyboard lets you do some more stuff, but in my experience that's not necessarily true. But anyway, I'm on Sandbox. I have it set for like mostly Jurassic Park stuff, but I do have it so that I can access all the buildings. So let's start with the arrival point. This can be anywhere, but I am going to put it roughly in the middle-ish of the island. And then I'm going to use the angle snap so that, this makes it more of like a concrete angle snapping here. So we're gonna have this going forward, and from here on pretty much everything that we build is going to be related to the placement of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the curved. We're gonna use the main thoroughfare, wow. And let's get started. So we're gonna have 2 full lengths of path. Basically I'm gonna just do all of the pathing that I want to do first, and then I'll show you all what I want to put between the paths, or where the actual buildings go. So 2 full lengths of path out, then 2 going on each side. And when I say 2 full lengths of path, I just mean you just drag it until it doesn't go anymore. So 1, 2. Alright, so now we're gonna go downward. We're gonna go 4. If the thing would snap, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Oops, that one wasn't. That gets a little annoying, not gonna lie. 4 of those. Same over here. 2, 3, 4, and then just connect these straight across. Alright, so far we basically have a 4x4 square going on right here. Alright, so now we're going to surround our 4x4 squares by 2x2 smaller squares. So if you move this up and down, it'll eventually snap into place where the full length of path ended, and so it should be directly in the middle, between here and here. So just watch, you'll hear it right there. Oh my god, it's being very finicky. Oh, come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Dennis. Oh my goodness, this is a little annoying. There we go. Okay, wow, that was maximum effort right there. So, like I said, 2x2 square. There we go, and then just do that on all 4 sides. There, that one was a little easier. Alright, we're halfway done. There we go. Wow, the other 2 have been a lot smoother so far. It was just that first one that was really finicky. I was contemplating doing this as a quote-unquote speed build, but I thought that talking through it would be better in terms of like making it a repeatable, easy to emulate starter park layout. I actually drew this on a piece of paper and that I'm referencing in front of me. Alright, so we have most everything done, but we're not quite done yet. Now we're going to connect from here to here. So this should be... let's see. I think this is on a 1, 2, 3, and then go this way. 1, 2, 3. All right. One, two. Dang it. I need to turn the sensitivity down or something. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Very good. That's basically everything else that I plan to do in this video is going to fit within these pre-made sections. So first off, one thing that you've probably noticed is I have this in Sandbox. You can set it so that everything is fully flattened and there's no trees. One thing that I think makes parks look much more interesting is if there's some sort of elevation change. So one thing we could have done that would have been really easy is kind of going to be a little tricky to do it now. Actually, no, it won't be. Watch this. We're gonna make our entrance a little bit lifted up in the air just a little bit. So take our path and just redo what we just destroyed. And because all we have down is pathing, we can still affect the terrain. So let's raise that just a little bit. Then flatten. Alright, and then put our building back down. And because it's because I have the angle snap toggled on, it'll go right where we want it to be. And then I do have to reconnect this path here, but everything's already built, so it doesn't really matter if I need to make that path slightly longer. Alright, so let's flatten around here just a little bit. You can also pick any of the buildings that you want. You don't have to use the Jurassic Park building entrance. I just like to have the helicopter fly in and around. I also think it's kind of weird how the Jurassic World one just like appears to come out of the ground. So this one makes more sense to me. Oops, not raise, I wanted smooth. Alright, so we have a little bit of mildly interesting elevation change going on here. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill in the rest of the key buildings that we need. So you can put whichever one you want. I'm going to kind of stick with the Jurassic Park theme. So I'm going to put the visitor center right here. And so I still have that angle snap on. So it's not perfect because the paths go out left and right. But I can basically put this right in the middle right here. And then we'll just connect the paths really quick. And one thing too is I will be building power stations for aesthetic reasons, but I currently have the power requirements turned off because having the cables everywhere just gets kind of annoying. That's kind of, but there will be room for pylons and substations in this layout. Alright, so next, guess we want to put down some hotels, and we want them to basically fit right in this little niche right here. So, boom, one there, one here. Let's connect those paths before I forget. Another thing too is this is going to very much be a sort of, I want to say like a skeleton build. Once you're done with this, you can put in all the decorations that you want. I'm not going to be putting a big emphasis on decorations. I might put down like one or two here and there, but nothing too crazy. I like to keep stuff simple. Alright, so here we're going to have, you have to be on the Jurassic World tab. We're going to have our amenities, but I do want to make something of a plaza of sorts, so I'm actually going to flip this way. And let's see here. How's the best way to do this? I have an idea. Let's do it like this. Food here. I'm not going to worry about decorating or changing anything. Oops, I want the drink. It can be here. And then the shopping can be here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then, let's see, in this corner we'll put the emergency bunker just to kind of even things out a little bit. So, I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing this, but so let me use this pink pathing here. So we can make this middle area a neat little like shopping mall or just kind of a little plaza. You basically, all you do is just keep dragging this until it runs out of space, and you can see that actually I might need to use a slightly narrower path because it's too close to the building. Let's try this one. Okay. 1 second. Let's do it this way. It's also too close. Alright, I see how it is. That's better. Alright, so then we're gonna wanna... I'll do the full thing on this side just so y'all can see what I'm talking about, and then you can, if you can interchange paths too. It doesn't just have to be this whole all pink one here. So then going over to the side should be pretty easy. Alright, that's too close. Scoot it over just a little bit. And if you have something where, like, it doesn't fit just right, like, see how this isn't quite perfect? 1, who cares? It's fine. And 2, you can always just throw some, like, decorations or use that as an excuse to put some trees, individual tree planters there or something. Alright, almost done with this. Alright, I need to go to here. Yep, that's too close. Still too close. There we go. Alright, so let's see, can I get a little more path here? Yes. So you can see here we have this nice little like shopping plaza, and this would be where you can go crazy with your decorations. Let me throw a couple down here just so that it's not totally barren. Like, here's some tables and whatnot. Let's see, we can put some, like, these things are one of my favorite decorations in the game. Put some of these at the entrances, like here and here. And here and here. If you're trying to build like a nighttime park, you could use the big, tall light beacons. These guys, I'll just set these down here just to show you. These things look really cool at night. And if you're really into it, you can like theme, like maybe you want to have a fossil themed area, so you could change the decorations to like either the amber or these have the pteranodons. So like if this was near an aviary, you could do that. I know there's a skull thing somewhere. Rocks. There we go, the Spinosaurus skulls, so you could do that. Lots of neat little things you can do here. You can put a nice little fountain at the center. These things are really cool. I feel like you kind of need to plan a lot around them though, otherwise they kind of stand out, so I'm not going to worry too much about those right now. Mandatory John Hammond statue. Let's see, where do we want him? Probably like, he can be over here. Oh my goodness, come on. And let's see, Mr. DNA can be over here. I was looking for a fountain that looked good. Oops, not right there, though. How about, like, let's get rid of this table and put the fountain, like... This is Jurassic Park themed. We don't want to put no stinking Biosyn fountain in the middle of our plaza. How about it just some poop in the middle of the plaza? Here we go. There, that's better. So I know that's not perfectly center, but I wanted to give an example of a nice little easy to reproduce plaza area. I know it's not as fancy as other plazas, but alright, so we basically will repeat that over here. I'm not going to decorate the whole thing over here, but I am just going to put the amenities down really quick. So food, drinks, and shopping, and bunker. As far as restrooms go, those are so small you can fit them almost everywhere. I'll definitely put one, for right now, just to keep it simple, I'll put one by each of the hotel areas. It's like right here and right here. Alright. So we have these two blocks taken care of. What about the remaining blocks? So this one here is for our facilities, so let's see what all we can actually fit in this 2x2 block. So Science Center. Oh, I thought it would snap to the side, but I guess not. We need a staff center. What else? The expedition center. Will this fit this way? Ooh, barely. Come on. There we go, we'll take it. And then I actually have a different spot set aside. I wanted to put the paleomedical facility and the response centers right here. that little corner, and then the vet paleomedical can go here and end this little corner. So if this was Jurassic World Evolution 1, we could fit a little weather balloon, but instead we'll just throw down a large power station. Is it gonna fit? Is it gonna fit? Oh my goodness, it fits. Look at that. Totally planned out in advance, 100%. Here, let's connect everything real quick before I forget. And so you don't have to connect everything exactly like this. This is just, you know, it shows that the blueprint fits everything technically is all, which is always good. And then let's say you did want to use like actual legit power sources. It looks like that's a little too tight for a large power station, but it looks like I thought I saw we could fit this one in here, barely. So that'd be enough to power this little zone, and then from there you could very easily just kind of have the power lines go around the perimeter of the starting zone. Maybe I'll do that at the end just to kind of demonstrate. So now all that's left are these 4 corners here, right? That's pretty much everything left. So one of them is going to be for our hatchery zone. So that kind of depends on where you want to put that. I kind of like the idea of the hatchery being near the visitor center I kind of like the idea of like the hatchery being a exhibit, even though it technically isn't. So for this, we're basically just tracing inside the lines, really. Just keep everything on the toggle angle snap and get as close to the path as possible. Or if you want to leave some room for some sort of other thing, you can leave some extra room. Maybe you want to put some decorations on the side. Speaking of leaving some extra room, I just said I wanted to use this for the hatchery, right? Let's see, well, this is a pretty large guy right here. Let's see. This looks decent enough, I think. Maybe I put it this way. I need to get rid of this fence here first. I got too focused on tracing the lines. Sure, I'll take it. Back to fences. Let's see, so I'm just gonna have that go right there. This can go right over to here. And let's see, we can fit a gate right here. And then if we want to make it look like kind of spooky and scary or like extra security, we can put another... Let's see, how far can I go with this? Right to here. We can like pretend that there's an actual functional double gate here. Well, I guess not. Maybe if I... You get what I'm trying to do, right? It's the double gate. So let's just give myself a little more room this time. Even if it's not an actual double gate, it'll look like the double gate. There we go. That's better. Alright, so this will be our hatchery for the park. So that's the first zone done. So we have 3 more zones. 1, 2 and 3, and technically we have all this room in the middle, but I always liked to use this as like an area to show off the some of the terrain. So like I would probably make this all sandy and tropical looking for it being this is the tropical square map. So let's just kind of smatter some sand around real quick. And then if you want to get really fancy with the trees, you can, but I'm just going to kind of lightly tap the small forest button. Let's see, yep. And then, what else? Some rocks, because you have to put rocks. And again, it doesn't need to be anything too fancy, just start throwing rocks everywhere. If you need to delete one later because you don't like where it is, that's fine, but... There we go. Art. It is art. While I'm thinking about it, we have to put some sort of like welcome banner, right? So we can do this one, which is, it's a little annoying. I have the angle snap and it doesn't perfectly snap on here, even though everything is built from the angle snap. So that's a little annoying, but oh well, we'll just turn it off and do it manually. So yeah, let's just put that here. What else? Maybe maybe we can put the statues up front. What else? Probably some more trees, honestly, right? The Jurassic Park sign, like, by default has to be surrounded by trees. Or we could put some, like, pretend fencing. Even, like, we could have, even though this is technically powered, we can have this be, like, fence that's off for decoration purposes, right? It'll look kind of cool to the guests. Alright, so there we go. That looks kind of cool. Put some... We definitely need a little more trees just to make it look a teeny bit more exciting, though. There we go. That's better. Very nice, very nice. We're getting there. Some more shrubs. Don't want to have it be too bland looking around here. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time decorating, but I also want to decorate a little bit, right? So we could repeat what we've got here over here. That'll just take a few minutes. But what do we do for these other 3 zones? So I really like the idea of, okay, one zone is your hatchery, one zone is a dinosaur enclosure, and the other one's an aviary, and the other's like is a very small lagoon. I'm not sure if the lagoon will fit. I'm pretty positive an aviary will, but let's see if a lagoon will actually fit in here. Okay, it will, but it's like really tight. So maybe that could be a turn the angle snap back on. We could have the lagoon here, like along this. But yeah, it looks like it's a little... The aviary definitely fits, though. Let's see if I can fit 2 links anywhere. Probably not, actually. I could always turn this sideways and get a little more space, too. But for now, let's just put, like, 1 aviary here. I'm pretty sure Dimorphodon only needs one aviary dome to be happy, so I'll put the hatchery here. And plus, when you just get to the park, you kind of want to save the big stuff for later, right? So like a couple small enclosures is perfect to start off with right after you arrive. So what do we got here? Aviary viewing gallery. Right there. Alright, so then these other ones can be dinosaur or, you know, actual exhibits, so to speak. So let's just go ahead and trace those in here right away. It'll just take a minute. Ooh, that didn't line up just well. As you can see, this is not a completely perfect straight line, but oh well, we'll survive without that. So here's next. Another thing I just kind of thought of to consider also is that, nope, come on. Oops, I had it. The hotels count as viewing, or they have viewing areas or whatever, whereas these buildings down here don't, so it might be more practical to have the hatchery zone down by one of these, but that's... since we're essentially kind of quote-unquote wasting this viewing area. But I just like the idea of having the hatchery be more of an attraction than just something hidden in the back. So let's see here. We've got our exhibits. I'm not going to worry about exhibiting or actually incubating the dinosaurs, but like basically you can put whatever you want, whatever fits in these. Something smaller would probably be better, right? If you tab over to here, you could even use the invisible fences to make it a little less, like... I feel like those are perfect for the smaller dinosaurs anyway. But then you basically have your full starting area here, right? You've got all your facilities, you've got 3 enclosures. Technically this could be an enclosure too if you wanted. You would just have to have the hatchery be part of it. And then, so like, let's see here. I know right off the bat you only have the viewing galleries, but if you're playing in Sandbox, you can go to the... if I could find them, the like viewing dome you could throw down in one of these, and then boom, put the entrance right over here. You could have the viewing log somewhere. You could have a gyrosphere ride that goes through here and leaves here, something small for like a kid attraction or something. But if you're playing this on more of like a challenge mode and all you have is the viewing gallery, that's fine too. Where'd it go? Come on. So all you'd have to do is just kind of move your fence in a teeny tiny bit. So like, let me show you. It's not hard at all. So like, boom. Boom. Let's do a full one full length should be good enough. So there's your starting, your habitat or starting park layout. I'm pretty sure we've got literally everything covered to start with, right? I'm curious, you know, let me know if y'all enjoyed this. Would you like me to keep going? Like, keep expanding in this square format? Like, here's, as you can see, I did not put it smack dab in the middle. It's a little off to the right. But would y'all be interested in seeing this keep going, or seeing actual dinosaurs in here? Or do y'all, I mean, I feel like getting started is normally the hardest part, right? Because you just have this blank canvas and it feels like there's all this untapped potential and it's very hard to get started, but this is, and by no means is this the best starting area ever. I've seen so many better looking starting areas, but this looks, you know, it looks decent, and it took, what, like 20-30 minutes tops to make, and it's very easily reproducible by other people because it's basically just a bunch of squares. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know if you'd like to see me continue this, or maybe if you'd like to see something similar to this. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.